The humble help, Salesian wisdom for governing souls. Dear brothers and sisters in religious leadership, we live in a time marked by rapid change and inner emptiness. Our people thirst for meaning, our communities long for direction. As leaders, we are called not just to manage but to shepherd, to govern with wisdom, gentleness, and a deep trust in God. Saint Francis de Sales and Saint Jane de Chantal, the founders of the Visitation Order, offer perennial wisdom for leadership. Wisdom born from prayer, humility, and love. Though originally written for the superiors of the Visitation, their words speak to every leader entrusted with souls. This speech is based on those writings to the Visitation Sisters. Let us reflect on three key lessons: trust in providence, govern with charity, and enter the cross with peace. The first point for our reflection today: trust in divine providence, the spiritual foundation. Every superior's first task is to rest her heart in God's providence. Your appointment, dear friends, is not an accident. It is an expression of God's will. If He has placed you in this service, He will also sustain you in it. Saint Francis de Sales reminds us, God allows many difficulties to confront those who enter His service, but He never lets them crash under their duties while they confide in Him. Your leadership must begin with trust, a confident humility. You are to leave God in charge of your soul, even as He has placed you in charge of others. When mistakes come, humble yourself before God, but do not be discouraged. God's greatness shines most brightly in our humility. This humility must be courageous, not self-pitying. Distrust of self is good only when it drives us to greater trust in God. Beware of discouragement, worry, and melancholy. They are temptations that darken the soul. Our Lord teaches us to ask for daily bread, not tomorrow's. Do your duty today, well and peacefully, and tomorrow will take care of itself. One step, one day, one act of love at a time. The superior, says St. Francis de Sales, is like a channel through which grace flows. That channel must remain open and pure. St. Jane de Chantal insists, be zealous for your own perfection and union with God so that your good example motivates your sisters. Holiness is your first duty of leadership. Without holiness, there is no authority that convinces, no love that sustains. The second point for our reflection today: governing with maternal charity and example. While our source is God, our governance must reflect His tenderness. To govern well is to be both strong and gentle, to blend justice with mercy, firmness with love. Saint Jane de Chantal counsels, insist on the observance of rules, for obligatory matters must first be observed. But she adds, if your example does not testify for you, your rebuke will remain fruitless. The superior must therefore live what she teaches. Nothing will hold your daughters in observance like your own faithful example. St. Francis de Sales paints a beautiful picture of leadership. Be mild, gentle, friendly, and loving. Be a mother to each one, a helper to all. Feed and look after them, and your love will engender love, not fear. This love must be impartial. Do not allow natural preferences or personalities to color your affections. Love those who excel, but love also those who struggle, for they are Christ's spouses too. Correct gently, with warmth and dignity. Encourage more than you reprimand. A superior, says Mother de Chantal, must be respectable yet humble, serious yet sweet. In decision making, avoid haste. St. Francis de Sales urges reflection. Do nothing without due reflection. Do not act too readily. Allow time to decide matters of consequence. Consult a few wise and peaceable souls, but remain free in God. Let neither excessive respect diminish love, nor affection weaken respect. True authority flows from inner peace and prayerful discernment, not from impulsive command. The third point for our reflection today: entering the cross with holy peace. The Salesian way teaches that the office of leadership is a cross. A superior, says St. Francis de Sales, is not yet married to Christ glorified, but to Christ crucified. The rings he gives are crosses, nails, and thorns. Your calling is to bear those crosses not reluctantly but lovingly. To be superior is to be sacrificed for love. When the weight feels heavy, remember Mother de Ricard's advice. The burden is heavy enough without adding sorrow or boredom to it. Your peace becomes your community's peace. Your cheerfulness inspires courage in others. A troubled mother breeds troubled daughters. A serene leader gives serenity to all. Cultivate inner calm. When anxiety strikes, rise above it. Keep your spirit fixed on God's good pleasure and trample underfoot timid inclinations and needless fears. Why should we be troubled if our intentions are pure and our efforts are sincere? God does not demand perfection but love. He is content with little, for He knows our weaknesses. Mother Mary Koska assures us God's hand holds and guides us. Fear nothing. Abandon yourself and your house to His providence. Let your heart rest in this assurance. God never gives a task without also giving the grace to accomplish it. The true measure of leadership is not success, but fidelity. Not external calm, but interior surrender. This surrender, this holy acquiescence, is what makes our governance fruitful and our souls peaceful. To conclude, govern with love, rest in God. Dear sisters and brothers, the helm of leadership is humble indeed, but holy. If you govern as mothers rather than managers, as servants rather than masters, your authority will bear the fragrance of Christ Himself. So remember, rest in providence, govern with charity, enter the cross with peace. Then your communities will grow, not in number, but in holiness and joy. Go forth then in peace and confidence. May God make you saints and your communities radiant with love. May He be your strength and your serenity. And let us say together with the spirit of St. Francis de Sales, all in Him, all through Him, all with Him, all for Him, all Him. Live Jesus.